Hey, what's up, guys? A little different video today. I'm still working on the trailer conversion. There might be some new Tesla stuff coming in the future. But think I'm gonna start something a little bit new. So I hope you guys stick around. If you don't, that's fine. But I don't think there needs to be much of an explanation. I'm just gonna get right into it. I guess I will lead with this. My life has not consisted of the best decision making. I haven't always run with the right people. I guess right is subjective, but I just haven't always made the best decisions, right? Those of you who have known me through the years definitely know this to be true. It's amazing that I have ended up where I am today. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful son. I have a roof over my head, a car to get where I need to go. And I never really thought that I would be poor or homeless, living on the street, whatever. But I think a few times in my life, there was a really real chance that I was completely strung out on drugs or drinking myself into an early grave. I'm not proud of those times, but I think they've really helped me be who I am. And when I backslide or slip into those bad habits again, I'm able to recognize it and try to get myself out of it or find somebody else who can help me get out of it. Sorry about all the light behind me. It's nice out, so I mean, is that really a bad thing? Anyway, so my new thing that I'm gonna do here, I don't know how often I'm gonna do it. Might just be when the mood strikes me, but I'm just gonna start reading from the Bible. I really try to be faithful and do this on a daily basis anyway. I'm not the best at it. I put things in front of it all the time. You know, I'd love to be able to say, oh, I just got busy and, you know, I had things that I had to do. But to be honest, I don't work right now. I have all the time in the world. But I'm pretty flawed, and I'm trying to better myself, and this is something that I really think it really helps me. It is God has changed my perspective on so much of my life, and what I was just talking about a few minutes ago about there's been really real chances of me not being in a good position at 40 years old, where I'm at right now. I'm so close. The only reason I am not, well, just not in a good position or as good of a position that I'm in right now, is because of God. For those of you who think God's not real or just can't believe it, you want to say, well, I can't see it. It's not tangible. It's not a thing that I, can see, hear, feel, whatever. Well, maybe you just haven't known me long enough, because I I should be proof to just about anybody. Just because I grew up in the suburbs and, went to a decent school and things like that means nothing. Absolutely nothing. I always felt like I had to impress people and things like that. And I'm so glad that I had the people in my life that I did when I did. My grandfather being one of them. Obviously, he's been in my life my whole life. He's passed on now, but I definitely was given a leg up because of him. And he was a really, really great man. And then there's my mom. And, you guys might say, well, yeah, I mean, those are two people that you definitely had in your life. Is it? Because I have lots of friends that they don't have a dad, or they don't have a mom, or they don't have a grandfather in their life. I mean, obviously these people existed, but they might not know them, or they might not have a good relationship with them, so they don't get a chance to actually know them. My non-believing, non-Christian friends. I have one in particular. I won't name by name. He knows who he is. He's not blood, but I definitely consider him a brother, and would do anything for him. And I know he's proven it time and time again that he would do the same for me. But honestly, his not believing has contributed to my faith. And I love him for that, and I love him in spite of that. Another very, very good friend of mine who's passed away, David. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the insight that I have. I probably wouldn't turn to God as often. These people have had a huge influence on my life, and the last couple days, I just feel a really strong draw to the people on Facebook who have seen some of my posts over the last few weeks. Maybe you're getting tired of it or whatever, and if that's the way you feel, I'm not sorry. I truly, honestly love you. And I do believe that the only way to everlasting life is through Christ. But these people that have been in my life, who all had this effect on me, they've all ended up helping me to have a stronger faith. Years ago, I was praying, which I'm not good at. I need so much help with it. Hopefully I'll get better. But I was praying, and I asked God just to always keep me safe. Just protect me and guide me. And I feel like I got a response. I don't feel like I get a response very often, but there's been a few memorable times in my life where I really do feel like I got a response. And I mean, basically, I felt like I was told, you'll always be taken care of. And I hate to say that the stuff, in air quotes, that I have is a way of showing that off, because it's not. It's just stuff. But the combination of the stuff and the woman that's in my life, my wife, my son, and my son's been in school all year. during a pandemic. He goes to school every day. My wife, God bless her, she just, I get laid off, and she's so supportive, knowing that I don't do well. Like, I don't, vacations even in the past, I get past a week and I start feeling like, oh, I should be doing something. And she's really supported me and backed me that, and now I'm okay with being off work, and I find myself being more busy. I don't even know how I ever had a 9-to-5 job. But these are the things that, that's, if you know me, and if you've known me since I was younger, how can you not believe? But anyway, sorry, I don't know if that was an intro or what. They won't always be like this, but I'm gonna get right into where I was reading earlier today. It's really short. It's not gonna take much longer. So excuse me. I'll get a tripod set up in the future. It won't be so shaky, and I'll figure that part out. This was kind of on a whim. Sorry, it's dark. I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to post this as is. So I know I've said about 1,000 times. So if anybody's keeping track, maybe you can comment how many times I've said I will try my best to get better. I believe it or not, I have a hard time speaking to people, or groups, things like that. I know I talk a lot. Those of you who know me know Curtis doesn't shut up most of the time, but that's because I know you, and I'm having a relationship with you, and I'm talking to you. This is a little different. So anyway, I'm going to get into this. Today I was reading in Philippians. I was in Philippians 3, verse 7 through 9. This is a really hard one if you stop and think about what Paul is saying. To try to explain this a little bit before I read it, he's talking about giving up everything. I don't know if I could do that. I want to say that I could. I want to say that I could just drop everything and follow Christ, and I want to. It's definitely something that I think we could all probably meditate on. It's real hard once you think about it. Anyway, verse 7. I'm reading from the Living Bible. But all these things that I once thought very worthwhile, now I've thrown them all away, so that I can put my trust and hope in Christ alone. Yes, everything else is worthless when compared with the priceless gain of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. I'll stop right there. I can agree with that. I can actually wrap my head around that. Everything else is worthless. I would not give up how I know Christ for anything in this world. I believe that I am where I am because of Christ. Not belief, I know. And without him, I don't think I can even actually fathom where I would be at. I've put aside all else, counting it worth less than nothing, in order that I can have Christ. It's that personal. if you don't know Christ and you question what I'm doing here, that's it. Counting it worth less than nothing in order that I can have Christ. I have Christ. He is mine, and I am his. The relationship I have with him is like nothing else in this world. He's there no matter what. I feel him. He guides me. Sometimes I don't listen. Sometimes I say, no, that wasn't God telling me that I should do that or pushing me in that direction, and pretty much I'm an idiot. But all in all, yeah. I wish I could say that I could do like Paul and actually give up everything. But I do know that I have Christ. At least I have that. So verse 9. And become one with him, no longer counting on being saved by being good enough or by obeying God's laws, but by trusting Christ to save me. For God's way of making us right with himself depends on faith, counting on Christ alone. I'll never do the right thing. I'll never make the right decision. Not on my own. I'll still always try to impress people or be boastful or I don't even know. Look what I have. I mean, covered in friggin' tattoos. You know, at one point in my life, look at me. I'm never going to make the right decision. But Christ will. And as long as I listen to him and I talk to him as much as possible, I might not be able to give up everything, at least right now, if I'm being real. I might not be able to be Paul. I think that's a lofty goal. But the more I talk to him, the more I spread his word, the more I surround myself with him and his people, the better I feel and the better I am. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. I really, really, truly do. I hope you will stick with me on this journey. We'll see where it takes us. If anybody ever needs anything from me, please don't hesitate. As I started off saying, I'm not wise. I don't have a ton to give. I might not be the right person. But I can tell you this. If you need anything, a prayer, just a person to talk to, questions to ask, if you're questioning Christianity, Christ, life, death, call me, text me, write me a letter, leave a comment here. Even if I can't answer that, I will do my best to get you in touch with somebody who can. Love you guys. Till next time.